time to see how the research is coming along at Doc Connor's lab. You say the nicest things. Maybe you could talk to my landlord about a little extension on the rent. Boy, they're gonna be mad when I take their pulse. Oh, no pun intended. Might be a good time to see how the research is coming along at Doc Connor's lab.
We kinda appreciate it if you rescued the weapons researcher the H-bombers kidnapped. Last thing we need is those guys having even better weapons.
Can't decide whether to follow your tip or just hand you over to the cops. What's with all the kidnapping? They couldn't just ask to borrow a scientist?
Is it cool to say up, up, and away? I owe you one, Spider-Man. Hey, I don't know if you can use this, but I heard the H-bombers have been working as corporate mercenaries. Maybe you can find some evidence to pin it on them.
Corporate raiders are bad enough, but now they have their own mercenaries?
Man, Spider-Man again! This ain't gonna go well.
Who wants a nice comfy jail cell? Come on, show of hands.
I like to think of myself as pest control.
Next time I won't move. Promise.
Thanks again, Spider-Man. If you have the time, we could sure use your help taking down the H-bombers. They're trying to enforce their own version of martial law.
New York doesn't need anybody taking the law into their own hands. Except for me, of course.
You bugged me for the last time, Spider Freak.
Now remember, when you tell this story in jail, Spider-Man is hyphenated, not one word. Common mistake. Keep talking like that, I might start to think you don't like me.
Come over here and try that stupid webbing stuff, bug boy.
Didn't your mom ever tell you, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all? I just can't get enough of this.
Go ahead and lock me up, Spider-Man. I'll just walk out of prison when we set off the electromagnetic pulse weapon that's gonna ruin our rivals.
Don't you have a better plan than that?
You had your chance. Now, I get mine. This suit lets me do even more good as Spider-Man. All things considered, you got off pretty easy.
Go ahead and pat yourself on the back, Spider-Man. You stopped our EMP, but there's plenty more to come.
It'd be a good time to see how the research is coming along at Doc Connor's lab.
We just moved into a great...
The H-bombers are on the run after going up against the Popo in a turf war.
Sounds like somebody's in need of a beating. Good.
need more of a challenge, Spider-Man. Don't you have anything else?
If everybody still knows it's me.
Spider-Man, how much of a chance will we have against that guy?
Spider sense tingling. I'm sensing losers.
Let's get it on, Spider-Man!
Don't look so sad. How many people?
If I tell you something, will you help? We found out a federal agent had infiltrated our gang. I'm in this for the money. I'm not down with murder.
Ever think you'd see a spider rescuing a mole?
I like to think of myself as pest control. Come over here and try that stupid webbing stuff, bug boy.
Funny, all my victories come by knockout. They never go to the judges' scorecards.
Thanks, Spidey, but there's something more important. The H-bombers have gotten their hands on chemical weapons.
Hey, I'm Spider-Man. That's the sort of thing I do.
Thank God you got those chemical weapons back, Spider-Man. Who knows what those bombers would have done with them?
Might be a good time to see how the research is coming along at Doc Connor's lab.
Oh, another jump boost, huh? Great. Now even Stiltman will look up to you.
I don't trust those H-bombers, man. I hear they ripped off some power converters so they can turn them into, like, laser guns or something.
Okay, I'll go check it out. For guys who say they want law and order, they sure do break the law a lot.
You bugged me for the last time, Spider Freak.
I'm gonna start giving out shirts. You know, ones that say, Spider-Man kicked my butt and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Wish I could tell you everything was okay, Spidey. But I just heard the H-bombers stole an industrial prototype. Somebody has to get it back.
I'll get it done.
Spider-Man again? Why can't he leave us alone?
This is industrial espionage. Maybe I'll finally get my chance to say, man, Spider-Man. Come on, let's go for 2 out of 3.
Do you make bandages with your webbing, Spider-Man?
You're a handy guy to have around, Spider-Man. We know the H-bombers have been hiring themselves out as corporate mercenaries. Any chance you can find some evidence so we can nail them for it?
Corporate raiders are bad enough, but now they have their own mercenaries?
There's Spider-Man. I can handle whatever that wall crawler dishes out.
Look at you guys, and me without a candy bar to put in your trick-or-treat bags. Who wants a nice comfy jail cell? Come on, show of hands.
I expected more of a challenge, Spider-Man. Don't you have anything in...
You should see what I do for an encore.
This is big, Spider-Man. We can take this evidence to the DA and start shutting down the H-bombers.
Might be. A good time to see how the research is coming along at Doc Connor's lab.
Spider-Man, how much of a chance will we have against that guy?
Hope you're not getting tired because you still got a beating coming.
Everything's a big joke to those apocalypse punks. But I'll bet they're not laughing now that you stopped them, Spider-Man.
Might be a good time to see how the research is coming along at Doc Connor's lab.